What up and welcome to Rama Screen YouTube channel, and here's my review of Disney Plus new series Renegade Nell. Let's rock this. Hey look, it's Orla from Dairy Girls. I'm telling you, a lot of fans are gonna watch this new show because they were fans of actress Louisa Harlan's previous character from that hugely popular series, and I don't blame them. It is good that Louisa has built for herself a loyal fan base that could support whatever project that she's involved with. And I think they are in for a treat because I've already watched all 8 episodes of Renegade Nell and it is swashbuckling fun. This is a girl power story with fantastical magical elements that are full of energy and enthusiasm. Having said all that, some of the middle episodes kinda dragged a bit, which it doesn't have to be that way because we understand where they're going with this. So it would have been a lot more exhilarating and straightforward if they had just cut down the number of episodes and cut down the runtime on each episode as well. But that doesn't necessarily kill the overall mood. I mean, despite all that, Renegade Nell is still a worth-watching, period piece, rabble-rousing action drama adventure featuring a charismatic female lead whom the audiences can easily latch on to. Executive produced and created by Sally Wainwright. In Renegade Nell, Nell Jackson, a quick-witted and courageous young woman, finds herself framed for murder and unexpectedly becomes the most notorious outlaw in 18th century England. But when a magical spirit called Billy Blind appears, Nell realizes her destiny is bigger than she ever imagined. Starring Louisa Harlan, Frank Delane, Alice Kremelberg, Nick Mohammed, Jolie Richardson, and Adrian Lester. Hey, please click the join button below to become Rama Screen members. By doing so, you will help support this channel and you'll also get lots of perks. So click on the link below to join Rama Screen membership today. So there are a total of 8 episodes. The first one runs the longest while the other ones are about 38 to 40 minutes on average, give or take. Anytime that Nellie swallows up that tiny fairy creature Billy Blind, Nellie gains superpowers, as if she could fight with the strength of 10 men. I think that concept is amusing. It kind of reminds me of Bane's super steroid venom or an adrenaline epinephrine shot. But it does add to the suspense, because whenever Nellie is in danger, you are anxiously itching for that drug innuendo to enter her mouth so she can kick everybody's ass. Oh, it's coming. You shouldn't make her angry. You wouldn't like her when she's angry. Nellie smash! Now, the mystery of why Billy Blind's fate is tied to or connected to Nellie's is one of the things that the show hopes would keep you seated through the whole thing. But the pacing is a bit problematic on the middle episodes, as I've implied earlier, and there's a lot of moving components at play as well, including a conspiracy to topple a monarchy. Renegade Nell could have been a simple revenge journey, but somewhere along the way it gets a bit more complicated and more bloated than it needs to be. And the story also occasionally suffers from a bunch of minor supporting roles that I could not care less about. A lot of this could have been avoided if the writers would just condense the story. For example, it's fine to explore Charles Devereux's shenanigans with Jolie Richardson's character, but their subplot doesn't last long and it eventually feels removed from Nellie's journey. Luckily, it ultimately goes back on track and the momentum picks up again on the final few episodes, but there were moments on this show where it felt stagnant and stale for a short while, and there were moments where it got too chatty, way annoyingly too chatty. I really like the production value though. Terrific costumes and set designs. I especially enjoy the show's consistently spirited music that kind of reminds me of the themes to the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, although it also sounds very Irish folksy on some part. maybe that's the lively combination that the showrunners were going for. The visual effects, however, for Billy Blind specifically, is a bit shoddy at times, but Nick Mohammed brings that character to life in the most entertaining way possible. Which leads us to Louisa. She spunkily owns this role, just absolutely fierce and dynamic, with attitude and confidence. I mean, I don't have a single bad thing to say about her on this show, really. I think Orla fans are going to be very pleased and they are going to idolize Nellie because Louisa did a splendid job of embodying Nellie's vulnerabilities as well as her bravery. There is a sign of greatness in Louisa's performance, one that I hope would help her go far in her career. Such a young, talented, fiery actress. So yeah, overall I give Renegade Nell the rating of 3.5 out of 5. This show may not be consistent in its excitement, but it's fun enough, it's playful enough, it's thrilling enough, and Louisa did a bang-up job of carrying it from start to finish.